morning students. Last class you have learnt the circulation of blood through the blood vessels. When the blood flows through the blood vessels, the blood exerts a pressure on the walls of the blood vessels like arteries, veins, etc. These pressure exerted by the blood on the walls are called blood pressure. Blood pressure is the pressure exerted by the blood on the walls of blood vessels like arteries and veins. It is of two types, systolic blood pressure and diastolic blood pressure. Systolic blood pressure is the pressure exerted by the blood on the wall of the blood vessels during ventricular systole or contraction of the ventricles. When it contracts, the blood exerts a high pressure on the walls of the blood vessels. This is called systolic blood pressure. Diastolic blood pressure is the pressure exerted by the blood on the wall of the blood vessels during ventricular diastole or relaxation of the ventricles. When the ventricle relaxes, there will be a less pressure on the walls. This is called diastolic blood pressure. The systolic blood pressure is more than the diastolic blood pressure, and the normal blood pressure is 120/80 mm of Hg. This is an apparatus which is called sphygmomanometer, which is used to measure the blood pressure. In some conditions, the blood pressure varies. Sometimes the blood pressure becomes high, it is called hypertension. Sometimes it is low, it is called hypotension. Hypertension is mainly caused by the constriction of blood vessels because of overeating, physical and emotional stress, intake of cholesterol-rich diet, etc. Hypotension is the persistent low blood pressure because of dilation of blood vessels, excessive loss of blood, etc. Just imagine if you develop an injury in your body. Naturally, the bleeding occurs through the wound. If you do not block the leakage immediately, we will lose a lot of blood, which leads to low blood pressure and reduce the efficiency of the pumping system. The platelets present in the blood form a clot at the site and blocks the bleeding like this. Now we have discussed about the role of blood as a transportation system. Blood transports the different materials from one place to another. Another transportation system in human body is lymph. When the blood flows through the blood vessels, some amount of plasma, proteins and blood cells escape into the intercellular spaces and form the lymph. It is similar to the plasma of the blood, but it is colorless and contains less proteins than blood. Lymph drains from the intercellular spaces into the lymphatic capillaries, which unites to form lymph vessels that finally open into large veins. Next we will study the functions of lymph. Lymph carries digested and absorbed fat from the intestine. After the digestion process from the intestine, this digested fat is transported to different places in the body through the lymph. Second function, it drains excess fluid from extracellular space back into the blood. This is all about the transportation system in humans. Now you watch the video many times, read the textbook and clear all your doubts. Thank you.